What's going on, all you Minties? I'm the Uncanny Omar with
Miss Lydia
and
Adjectiveless Alicia.
And back by popular demand here in the home of collected editions, Near Mint Condition, are the family reviews. Today, what are we reviewing, Miss Lydia?
We're reviewing the Volume 2 of X-Men, Where's the Juggernaut? Well,
Where Walks the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alicia. Nice save. Mighty Marvel Masterworks, X-Men Volume 2. Who's walking?
Juggernaut.
Now, before we begin, we'd like to thank the folks at Marvel and David Gabriel for sending us these books.
That's right. These are Mighty Marvel Masterworks, and if you've watched our channel for a while, we love doing reviews of them. As a matter of fact, the next Mighty Marvel Masterworks review we're working on is
Black Panther.
Wakanda Forever. Black Panther, that's right. So today we are going to be talking about this particular volume. This is Volume 2 of the Mighty Marvel Masterworks X-Men. So we're going back to the classic years. This one here retails for $15.99. It has two covers, the direct market and the standard edition. Or is this the standard edition? That's the standard edition. Who drew that cover?
Michael Cho.
Michael Cho, that's right. And this one here has 200 pages. All right. X-Men. We're back in the Silver Age. We're back with the Sentinels, the Stranger, the Juggernaut. One of my earliest issues of X-Men that I saved so much money for at the time was $10. I bought it. I can't believe I owned it for so long. It was the pride of my possession. Like, of all the things I ever owned, I was so happy. I would hang it on the wall with like 3 poly bags, and that was X-Men at the time, number 17. The one with the all red cover. I love that cover. And it meant the world to me. So, okay. We'll start with Alicia. You haven't been here for a while. What did you think of the stories in here? Like, tell me a little bit about some of the villains that show up in here.
There's the Juggernaut. He was Professor X's brother, stepbrother, and he touched a gem.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember what the gem is called?
I think it was like
Does start with a C.
CY
Yeah?
and something.
CY and something is really good. Can you want to take a guess? The Siderac gem. That's right. That's what gives him his powers. So he's not like the rest of the X-Men. He's not like Professor X, right? He's not a
Mutant.
Yeah, he's not a mutant. He actually has his powers through the gem. That's why he wasn't invited to Krakoa. But that's decades later. So you said he was his brother. What, did he stop being his brother?
No.
Oh.
It was just his
Stepbrother.
And what kind of relationship did him and Chuck have?
Basically, the Juggernaut, well, his real name is Kane, and he just basically bullied him a lot.
He bullied his brother a lot. Now, is that usually a relationship between siblings, though? One of them was always picking on the other one?
Yeah, but like this is like, I guess, like a more of like extreme bullying, and not just like, oh, you look ugly today, ha ha ha.
Okay, first of all, nobody should be saying that to their little sister. You don't ever look ugly, and no one ever should say that. And extreme bullying, is that really a thing? This is before cyberbullying. This is like bullying to the extreme. That's what
I guess more than just teasing your sibling. It's like actual, just straight up bullying.
Okay. Who's another villain that showed up through here, Alicia?
The Mimic. He's my favorite one.
The Mimic! Oh my gosh. I forgot he showed up so early. What makes the Mimic so special?
Because he has like if he touched one of the X-Men.
Or near them,
he gets their powers, so he went near all the X-Men, and then he got all their powers.
Holy moly! So this guy can be unstoppable. So could he gain the Juggernaut's power?
No.
No. What about Captain America?
He wasn't there.
Captain America's also not a mutant. So can he only gain the abilities of mutants?
Yes.
I don't know if they really explained that thoroughly in the first appearance of him. But he has a very interesting character. What does he look like?
He looks like without all the powers, he looks like a regular guy.
A regular guy. But what does he look like when he has all their powers? Is he as pretty as Jean Grey?
He's a science experiment.
He looks like he has angel's wings.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, on the cover.
And also he has like the
Cyclops visor?
Yeah.
Okay. What does he get from Hank McCoy?
He has like the hands and the feet.
Hands and feet of Hank McCoy. What about Bobby Drake? Does he get his legs?
No, he has Jean and Bobby's powers.
Powers, okay. What about Professor X's hairline? Does he get Professor Xavier's hairline?
No, he has a full head of hair.
He has a full head of hair. What a lucky guy. Not getting Professor X. I'm sure Professor X is really jealous of his hair. I remember on the covers a lot of the time, Professor X is just sitting on the chair like shocked, like, oh, it's the Stranger. Oh yeah, so tell me a little bit about the Stranger. Who's the Stranger, Lydia?
It's like this mystical being from outer space, and at the very end, he kidnaps Magneto and the Toad to go like study them on his planet.
Yeah, so we don't see them ever again.
No,
you never see Magneto.
He shows up again.
What? He does?
He abandons the Toad because like Magneto escaped on a rocket ship, and he abandoned the Toad, but like he came back, and then like he like basically defeated all the X-Men except for Iceman, I think. Yeah, and like they escaped, and they're like, "Well, we're gonna defeat you, Magneto."
So it's the return of Magneto after only being gone for a few issues. It's also a big reveal, too, about a certain robotic being.
The Sentinels.
The Sentinels make a comeback. And you also find out that there is a bigger Sentinel, too, right?
Master Mold.
Master Mold, that's right. What is Master Mold's, like, what is their role? What do they do?
They control all the Sentinels.
So he's like Big Mama Bear Sentinel, like telling the little Sentinel babies what to do. So how big is Master Mold compared to the other Sentinels?
Like, pretty big.
Pretty big. Okay, pretty big. You heard it here. That's the kind of information you get from Near Mint Condition. Master Mold is pretty big. And how do they defeat Master Mold? Again, we're talking spoilers. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. Spoilers, because these stories are older. But just in case you haven't read X-Men, what is this, 11 through 20?
Something like that.
Lydia, you had one job. Just in case you haven't read those spoilers. All right. How do they defeat the Master Mold and the Sentinels this time around? Alicia just remembered how they beat the Master Mold. The power of editing. Alicia, tell us exactly how they beat the Master Mold and the Sentinels in these. I think it was 3 issues, right?
Yeah, like 4 or 3.
Okay.
Okay,
Who's he?
The guy who made the Sentinels.
Did he have a name? Miss Lydia?
Bob.
Yeah.
Bob. We'll be right back.
Bolivar Trask.
Miss Lydia just remembered. The power of editing. All right. What is Bolivar Trask? What does he do to stop them? And why does he want to stop them?
Because he made the Sentinels, and he feels bad about it. So
He feels bad, like, oops, instant regret, or did the Sentinels
because
do
like they're
something?
going against everybody basically that wasn't a Sentinel, but they were originally made to protect the human race from mutants.
So they turn on humans, and now they want to wipe out everybody, including humans. Way to go, humans.
and he like blows up the room with the Master Mold in it with him inside of it.
Wow, what a sacrifice. He self-sacrificed him. Don't worry, it's not the last we see of those robots, or maybe even Trask. All right, what we're going to do now is show the artwork and come back and give our scores. All right, ladies, what are we looking at here?
The direct market cover.
In the standard edition.
Okay, easy enough. And as always, there's all difference in the spines.
Ooh.
And
Wow.
the backs of the books, this one being
Golden.
limited. Yes, go. Thank you, Alicia. Collecting issues 11 through 19. Guess we have to go and fix that. All right, so let's take a look inside because everything else is the same. Who drew this cover, Alicia?
Michael Cho.
All right, let's turn to some pages. Show me some internal artwork here. What you enjoyed about this particular story. Like, who's this guy with no pants?
That's a Juggernaut.
That is the Juggernaut, and that is his character design
That's
back
the
then.
Sentinels.
The
That's
Sentinel.
the guy that created them.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
So, tell me a little bit about the design of the Sentinels. When I was a kid, I always thought they were creepy, but there's this particular reason why I thought they were creepy. Do you all find them creepy?
Not really. I
Not
guess because
really.
like there's no like light in their eyes. They just like have no soul or something. Is that why?
That's right. Dead eyes. They have no soul. Poor Sentinels. And now we're starting to get the classic look for Iceman. That's right, because before he kind of looked like what, Alicia?
Ice.
Okay, I'm sorry, but like, I don't know why. It just looks like a little weird that he has like a face, like detailed eyes, lips, nose, like just all that. Like, cause I liked it when he was like more like just.
You liked
like,
him
you
as
could
a
tell.
snow?
Yeah.
I did not like that look. If his name is Iceman, then his name should be, like, he should be Ice. Like, Iceman, not Snow, like a snowman.
No, I think before it looked more like...
Yeah, I feel like he has a face. Like, I liked it when it was, like, the details weren't, like...
It wasn't as
too.
detailed? Really? Interesting. I think they were still experimenting around with this. It wasn't, I think, until around issues 30s.
Master Mold.
Thank you. About issues 30s that they got probably a precise look for Iceman. Because I'm sure when new artists came up, like Alex Toth. So yes, you're looking at some Alex Toth artwork. You're looking at Jack Kirby, of course. There's my favorite cover of all time. Or one of my favorite cover of all times. Just because it took me a long time to get this one. I just love... I mean, there wasn't covers like this back then. It's just all red with this silhouette of a man that's coming. I assume it's a man. An angel. Thank you, Alicia. But you also have Werner Roth's artwork here, too. So they all draw Iceman a little bit different. But I see what you mean. I do like this look of Magneto. What's he doing up in space?
I just told you about the stranger.
You did. Yeah, I see. Yeah, you mean his ice eyeballs is what you don't like. His ice eyeballs.
And also his lips.
And also, you don't...
Nose.
Okay. All right.
I feel like you just should be completely a block of ice.
You should just... Okay. And there is...
Mimic.
One of your...
Angel.
Thank you. 2 angels for the price of 1. As far as the extras in these books, there is a little bit of extras.
This is a teacher from 1965.
A teacher?
T-shirt.
T-shirt. Would you...
Look. See, Iceman is holding this thing and he's squirting it around it and then it goes back in it. Mm-hmm. That's where the circle comes from. And there's his head.
Don't think I would have noticed that. So somebody chopped off Professor Xavier's head?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Is that frosting that he's holding up? What is he holding up there?
It's like a club? What is it? Like
no, it's stick? Ice. Guys, it's ice. How did you not get that? All right. Would you have worn this t-shirt back then in 1965, Alicia?
Yeah.
Yeah? What about you, Miss Lydia? 1965. You would have been the cool kid.
Her hair.
And original artwork here?
A barb.
I wonder what that is. Master mold there with the tiny, tiny baby sentinels. That's Jack Kirby. You have Werner Roth, Dick Ayers. And then this marvelous house ad right here. And where else you can get Mighty Marvel Masterworks. And not where else, I'm sorry. What other Mighty Marvel Masterworks are available?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Hulk.
You'll be reading Black Panther. Thank you for that.
14.
That's Avengers, dude. What did you say?
4.
No.
It
All right.
looks like a 4.
Let's give our final thoughts.
Okay.
So now that we've seen the artwork by Jack Kirby, Werner Roth, Alex Toth.
Michael
Cho just did the cover. He did not travel back in time to draw any of the inside of the book. Well, there is a small correction, the power of editing. It is issues 11 through 19. All right, girls, what was your favorite story in here?
The Mimic.
You really like the Mimic. You just like that. You remember his name? It starts with a C. What's his real name?
Charles.
Charles.
I like the Mimic too.
What's his real name, Lydia?
Charles. Calvin Rankin.
Calvin Rankin? Wow, you just remembered. The power of editing. All right. So, you both like the Mimic. Interesting. For me, it has to be that issue number 17. The one with the red cover. The return. Well, no, it's the return of Magneto. I love that.
I also like the Juggernaut.
You like the Juggernaut?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's unstoppable. How do they stop an unstoppable force? We won't spoil that. All right, ladies. Let's do it. Out of... What do we normally do? 10?
10? Yeah.
Out of 10. What would you all rate X-Men Volume 2? Where walks the Juggernaut? Where does he walk, Alicia?
The ground.
The ground. Where walks the Juggernaut? Out of 10. Adjective is Alicia.
A 6.5.
6.5 out of 10. Miss Lydia.
7 and 33/100.
I'm gonna round that up to 7.3. For me, that that issue 17 brings back a lot of memories of saving money for it. And I actually like the introduction of the Stranger, and who is a big cosmic being. And honestly, here the dialogue is still the Stan Lee-ish dialogue. But for me, I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 10. And that is our family rating. Good job, Miss Alicia. I mean, adjectiveless Alicia. I'll leave that in. I won't edit that. All right. Anything else you want to tell these fine people before we take off?
Like and subscribe.
What's that? Adjectiveless Alicia?
Like and the subscribe.
Like and the subscribe. Now, Miss Lydia.
Stay minty.
Stay minty.
Everyone stay healthy and safe out there.
And stay minty.
And much love.
Stay minty.
Stop it!
Stay. Just like the X-Men.
You just like the X-Men?
I dislike the X-Men.
All right. I am joined... Well, no, let's do that again. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm stupid. No yawning. No yawning. 3, 2, 1. Where walks the Juggernaut? Where does he walk? All right. 3,
walks on the ground.
2... The Juggernaut walks on the ground? She's a smart kid. She might be smarter than you, Lydia. You're 13. I'm really disappointed you didn't know where the Juggernaut walks. All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's jam.